Today we will be continuing with an algebraic topic of the product of two binomial expressions. So this is just distribution in a more complex manner, but not very complex, right? Instead of having one term multiplied by a binomial, which we would have seen before, something like this, 2 multiplied by 3x plus 4, we're going to have a binomial by another binomial, right? So it's the same kind of rules. So if we look at number 1, what's happening here is we have x plus 3 multiplied by x plus 4. So we know if this part was removed, we would know how to work it out. But now, how do we work it out when there are two other terms in a bracket in front? So it's the same distribution that we are going to incorporate, right? So there's a first term, a second term, a third term, and a fourth term. This is the first bracket and this is the second bracket. I'm going to show you all two ways of writing it out. What you're going to do is you're going to take your first term and multiply it by the second bracket. When I say first term, I'm going to take the x. So we're going to do two distributions. So what we're going to write is x by x plus 4, right? So first term by second bracket. And we're going to put add 3 second term by the same bracket here, x plus 4. So we would have taken this one question and broke it up into parts, two different distributions, x by x plus 4 and then positive 3 by x plus 4. Now we know how to work this out. This goes right back to what we were doing before, x by x, x squared plus x by 4, 4x plus 3 by x, 3x plus 3 by 4, 12. Group up our terms. So x squared, 4x plus 3x, that's 7x plus 12. So if we realize it's the same thing we were doing, we just have an extra step to put in, which is this one here. So let's look at another example, right? Example 2. If we say we're doing x plus 2 by x minus 7. Now in this way, we could do it a little different. And look how this one will be. I literally just going to take my x and multiply it by the x, right? X by x, because I know I'm going to multiply them out. So that's going to be x squared. Then I'm going to take the x and multiply it by the negative 7. So that's going to be negative 7x. Now that I'm finished with my first term and this, I'm going to go on to my second term, same bracket. 2 by x, that's, hold on, x by x, negative 7x plus 2x. And 2 by negative 7, that's negative 14. Right? So x by x, x squared, x by negative 7, negative 7x. 2 by x, 2x, 2 by negative 7, negative 14. Simplify. So that's going to be x squared minus 7x plus 2x can be simplified, which will give us negative 5x subtract 14. So it comes like we went straight to this step without putting this one in. If we were writing in this step, it would have been x, open brackets, x minus 7 plus 2, open brackets, x minus 7. Of course, this is an explanation step. So if we continue the same steps for number 3 and number 4, we'll say x by x minus 1 and then negative 5 by x minus 1. We expand the brackets, x by x is x squared, x by negative 1 is negative x, negative 5 by x, negative 5x, negative 5 by negative 1, that's positive 5. And we simplify our x's, negative x minus 5x will give us negative 6x. That's our final answer, and we repeat the same process for number 4. So let's move on to a question that looks similar but is a little different. So we have 8 open brackets, 2x minus 5, no sign in between, by 3x plus 4. So what is happening here is that they are all multiplying by each other, but the first one is a regular distribution. So what we're going to do is distribute this first part here. So that's going to be 8 by 2x, that will give us 16x. 8 by negative 5, that's going to give us negative 40. Put it back in brackets and put back our 3x plus 4. Now we continue with our regular expansion and simplification. We're going to say 16x by 3x plus 4 minus 40 by 3x plus 4, which will be 16 by 3 is 48x squared. 16x by 3x, 16x by positive 4, that's 64x. Negative 40 by 3x, that is minus 120x. And then negative 40 by 4, that is negative 160, which will give me 48x squared, right, minus 56x minus 160. So we have a similar question on the board now. We have 4x minus the expansion or the product of the binomials, right? We know that this will actually be a negative 1. So it's going to be 4x, put back your 4x, and now you're going to distribute negative 1 by this, negative 1 by that. So that's going to be negative 3x minus 2. Right? What do we do now? We have to put this back in brackets here, right? So 4x minus 1. Wait, hold on. I think I made a mistake. Sorry. All right. So 4x minus this, 4x is minus in this entire thing here. So we have to apply BODMAS. BODMAS. So BODMAS says that we have to multiply before we can subtract, right? So 4x is subtracting this entire thing here. So we have to expand this first. So that's going to be 3x by this, 3x by negative 1. So that's going to be 3x by 4x, that's going to be 12x squared. And then 3x by negative 1, which is 3x. Then we're going to do 2 by 4x, same expansion, right? Plus 8x, and then 2 by negative 1, which is negative 2. So now we still have this negative 1 out here, which we have to now go and distribute. So 4x, distribute a negative 1. So that's going to be negative 12x squared. And then negative 1 by negative 3x, that's going to be positive 3x. Negative 1 by positive 8x, that's going to be negative 8x. Negative 1 by negative 2, that's going to be positive 2. And now we are at a place where we could simplify. We don't have another x squared, so we put back negative 12x squared. We have 4x plus 3x, which is 7x minus 8x, that's negative x or negative 1x, and we put back our plus 2. Right, so we'll do another example just to clarify.